Time now for the quick hit.
Say, man, you got a joint?
No, not on me, man.
It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
This is the quick hit.
Choke it out, man.
This is the quick hit on CannaCast 420.
All I need are some tasty waves, cool buzz, and I'm fine.
Welcome to the quick hit right here on CannaCast 420. JD McD with you, and we are rolling along. This is the interview that is 4 minutes and 20 seconds long. I think people like it because it's not long, and attention spans of Americans today are about that of a flea at the moment. But joining me on the quick hit today is Jarrett Prince with Nectar, and we're going to hit the clock. Jarrett, welcome, by the way.
Thank you for having me, Justin.
All right, I'm hitting the clock. Here we go. We got 4 minutes and 20 seconds to ask you some questions. So you work for Nectar. Tell me exactly what your job is with Nectar.
Well, it's hard to boil it down just to one thing.
That's all right.
Especially in the cannabis industry.
That's all right. Don't let the clock intimidate you.
We got it under control. But the my title's operations specialist.
Uh-huh.
And so anything that has to do with our day-to-day,
Gotcha.
I'm there to help get it done.
So are you a metric guy? You know metric and all that good stuff?
Yes, sir. That's my homepage.
All right. I was going to say, that is one thing I've talked to some of my consultant friends. We always talk about how that system, you know, if you don't know it and you haven't used it for a long time, you need someone to hold your hand and kind of get through it. During this pandemic, so how has your day-to-day changed? I mean, how has the pandemic changed things, way you do business? How do you go on appointments, all that stuff?
Yeah, with everybody, 6 feet, social distancing, extra precautions.
Yeah.
That's an extra cost you got to endure. So with all that, having to consider all those factors, we've had to work around it. So
yeah,
with specific things, I won't bore you with those, but it's definitely, with limitations, it pushes you to find better ways of doing things. So this pandemic's actually we've seen the good in it because it's actually pushed us to improve our processes, increase output, and
to maybe design your structure a little bit differently, tweak it here, tweak it there.
Exactly. Really trying to tease out what's valuable for us to do on a day-to-day so that we can get all that done.
Now, at Nectar, how does your operation run? Now, do you have like a central facility where you feed the other stores? Because some dispensaries are different than others. Some have a different model. Mm-hmm. And I've always liked the Nectar model, and I've seen other dispensaries going that way. Is that how you guys do things?
Correct. Yeah, we have a central distribution hub out in Gresham, and so through there we do all of our intakes, and that's where everything feeds into, and from there we send it out across the rest of the state.
During the pandemic, a lot of businesses have been pretty hit hard by not being able to do things and stuff like that. But the cannabis industry, and we mentioned this before on the program, is thriving. And have you seen a huge increase in things, or are things still about the same, maybe just a little bit up? What have you seen?
Oh, man. It's I think this was the push that cannabis needed as an industry overall to show the legitimacy of it. The numbers,
especially in banking, I would think.
The numbers exactly. Where does all the money go?
yeah. But the numbers again?
The numbers shot up, and they increased in steepness as they there's ever increasing is what it seems.
Sure.
I mean, we were, looking at 420s, basically. Every day is 420 now.
Yeah, I was just going to say, it feels like every day is 420 right about now.
Yeah.
As we roll along, we got about a minute 20 left here, talking about, the pandemic. But we were talking just a little bit before we went on about how you've seen people who smoke, they're smoking a little more maybe, or those who smoke a little more might be smoking a little even more.
Yeah. Just looking at the numbers and talking with our, data whizzes, those guys, it's definitely looking like more people are smoking more weed. Not just, hey, I'm going to smoke an extra joint tonight, but you got that extra guy who's also going to pick up an extra joint.
As we used to say, we'll always grow more.
Oh, yeah.
Keep on smoking.
Yes, sir.
Well, we got about 30 seconds right in there, and I'd like to ask you what I'll ask everybody in our final questions is, what are you smoking nowadays?
Oh, man. I think this is I got two answers for you. I always love my black market folks, so I got my good guys that are keeping that quality coming.
Oh, boy.
People like Kush Kirk down in South, got to shout out him. best hash there is. And then, some neighbors there recreationally. Got Decibel Farms. They're one of my favorites. Great. Always consistent.
All right. Any flour?
Oh, Herbal Dynamics. If I got to shoot one out, those guys crush it. That ice cream cake is on point.
All right, time's up. That is the clock at 4 minutes and 20 seconds, and maybe a couple extra tokes there, just there at the end. We'd like to thank Jarrett Prince for joining us here on the Quick Hit, the 4 minute and 20-second interview on CanonCast 420. Jarrett, thank you so much, and peace.
Thank you, Justin. Thanks for having me.
Go to CanonCast420.com every week for a new episode of The Quick Hit. Till next time,
I had an awesome time.
You can listen to The Quick Hit wherever you listen to podcasts and at CanonCast420.com.